hit the wrong one.
Good shit.
Hello, right one. Hey, everybody. It is Steak Saucy, and tonight is our Rebirth from the Ashes Dungeons & Dragons campaign stream. We're supposed to do it every Wednesday. We missed 2 weeks because of a bunch of BS, but now we're back, and we're here to entertain. But before I get started with today's story, we are going to switch it over to our cast and allow them to introduce themselves, starting with you, to my this way.
Hi, I am Alpha, and I play Sally. Typically a centaur. Right now she's a human. She's a changeling overall. And she prays to her god and hope things don't go wrong. No, put it away. Put it away.
All right.
Go
I
ahead,
guess that
Cass.
brings
Don't
it
be
to me.
intimidated.
Guess that brings it to me. I'm Green. I'm playing Grant, and I am just a monk who has a lot of friends. And I'm just human. Nothing special. Just plain boring human monk.
And then that brings it to me. I'm Idjit, played by Ozzy. I just mollywhopped the shit out of two dudes last session.
Yes, Idjit
I'm a
has
red
been
Tuki.
definitely mollywopping people.
I am a Rentuki barbarian. Don't call me Fluffy.
He's just cute and fluffy.
Okay, Sally, do you want to give us our summary from 3 weeks ago where we left off?
Yeah, so where we left off is the sewer creature wants sacrifices. We went back to the main house, Sally's place. Grant showed up. Sally collapsed. The sewer creature tried to barter with Sally. Then we went to the muds and Idjit started fighting. He went against Brock and the doll called Tiny Terror is Idjit's new name.
It's just starting.
We headed to Grant's house, stopped in the alley where we lost Locke, and there was a glowing rock, and Sally picked it up.
Okay, so that is exactly where we left off. I don't even feel any personal bias went into that summary, so I'm pretty happy. Good job, Alpha. Good job, Sally. However, as soon as you pick up the rock, I need you to go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
I don't know if I want to do this. Never mind, I'll take it. That is a 18.
That is an 18. Okay, that is a fail. So you pick up the rock and you feel like a slight cold burning sensation coming from the rock into your hand. And in Locke's voice, you hear, "Get gayossed, idiot."
Get what?
He says, "Get gayossed, idiot."
Okay, well, with the rock burning my hand, I drop it.
Okay. Well, it's not burning you to the point of pain. It's just like so cold it feels hot in your hand. Like a very much more powerful magical energy than you would be used to Locke putting on a rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you drop it. And you feel a almost burning sensation crawling up your right arm as you see a couple marks start appearing, and you can feel them almost like they're being cut into your skin. You lose 5 hit points as 5 red lines go across your arm. And after the burning stops and the pain stops, they slowly turn to a cool blue color, almost like ice. And in your voice, you hear, "That'll be 5.
That will be 5. She goes, "Ow, that fucking hurt," and she turns around and shows them what happened to her arm.
That'll be 5 what?
I don't know.
As you say, I don't know, you feel like a strange urge to maybe go find unwanted people and stuff them into this sewer.
5 sacrifices.
You feel, as you say that out loud, almost like a positive feeling settle over your body a little bit.
Well, this thing wants 5 sacrifices right now.
You had to pick it up.
What? What? What
You
thing?
had to pick it up, really. It was left there for a reason, and it should have probably just stayed there.
Well, it's a little too late now.
Grant's just looking back and forth. What the hell? That? What are you talking about? What that?
Thing in
What?
sewer.
What's with the rock?
Thing in sewer
So-
wants sacrifices. It wants
so-
5 people.
Long story short, our buddy imbued light and rock. We lost our buddy to thing in sewer. In sewer. Thing in sewer left rock for somebody to grab. Idiot over here grabbed it. Now she's compelled to do 5 sacrifices.
What thing in the sewers?
I couldn't tell you. He just kind of ran away. We couldn't do nothing. We went down there and we felt overwhelmed and we backtracked.
Wait, so you're telling me there was something else besides the fucking vampire?
It could have been the vampire. Like, I don't know. We were overpowered. We were underpowered and overwhelmed, and we turned tail and ran.
So, now that you've touched the magic rock and the spell has taken over, you do feel like propelled to start action. As you guys know, it is pretty late already in the day/night. You know, it's becoming nighttime. Y'all are in this abandoned area, part of the city, really run down, really decrepit. You're outside of like where Grant has his little secret encampment area, outside of the large sewer system. Sally, you do hear a voice coming from the sewer if you listen really hard,
I listen.
and it's just Locke's voice. And he keeps saying things like, "It's actually not that bad down here."
She flips off the sewer.
The sewer does not reply.
Good.
So what do you guys like to do?
We were on the way to go to my house to go to sleep.
Yes, this was the end
Mhm.
of a very long day.
Yeah. Probably
I
should go to
agree.
sleep.
So,
Head to his house
We're
to go to
going to
bed.
my house to go to sleep.
okay. You guys start walking towards Grant's hideout. Sally, you really aren't ready for bed, man. You really feel like you need to get these 5 people into this sewer. Probably like right now. You're not even really that tired. And your arm burns when you think about sleep.
I grabbed Sally by the arm, and just started dragging her with me.
Okay. Well, I mean, you did the action, so I think that would be most fun if you were also responsible for the consequences. Ozzy, can you roll me 5d10? See, chat, this is the fuck around part. Next is the find out.
10, 11, 15, 21, 25.
Sally, you immediately start resisting just naturally as blood starts to pulse out of your arm as those marks turn into open wounds. And you lose. What is your hit point total?
59.
So you lose almost half of your hit points. You see Sally's skin turns almost translucent vampire white. She loses a little bit of the look in her eyes, and you see that it's physically hurting her to drag her towards this hideout.
I guess I'm gonna go find those bodies. And she turns around.
Well, you're not doing this alone, so I guess we're going to get sacrifices.
Hey, Grant, who are some of the worst people in town that you know of?
Where's the prison?
All right.
We can't go to the prisons.
Okay. Grant, I will allow you to roll history checks about, certain questions about the city, for sure. But which question are you asking exactly?
Who? I asked where the
I'm
prison was.
Him.
I'm asking where the worst.
I'm asking Grant, because Grant is the person who would have this information. So y'all can pester Grant, but Grant needs to ask me.
Grant's trying to get over the fact that he's being asked for sacrifices right now.
Yeah, you just
Sally
met these
holds up her
guys
arm.
this morning.
Look.
I'm
I'm your
dying.
fighter. I need to make sure my friend doesn't die. I need sacrifices. Who better than prisoners? They're already the scum of the city, I hope, maybe, possibly. Wait, no, this place is corrupt as fuck, so probably not.
Yeah, we're the billionaires.
There's not
Where's the
many.
nobles at?
There's
Fuck
not
them
many.
bastards.
Not many dwarven children left.
I'm not giving them
Does-
dwarven children.
Does Grant know of any people that he would have definitely liked to kill but didn't?
We need Grant's enemies.
What is your alignment,
Like-
Grant?
Like people that were harassing children and stuff.
People that have harassed children. Okay, so there was Locke, Idjit, and Sally were the last people you saw violently harassing the children.
You know what? I sacrifice myself.
If you want to be real, you don't even have to roll a history check. This was like yesterday.
Well, I mean that was an example, but like, is there any?
Are there more people that have harmed the children? Yes, there's plenty of people.
Like,
Society has thrown
any,
these
like,
children away.
roaming assholes that I should have taken care of but didn't?
Roll me a luck check. Fuck it.
You know you love it.
You don't tell me what I love.
17.
That's a pretty good luck check, to be honest. 17? What's that, a 70? No, that's like an 85%. Yeah, there's this one creepy guy. He's like, you've never killed him because he's like 65. But he does like live in one of the abandoned buildings above where the kids hang out, and he sort of just watches them from the window. He's never done anything weird, but it's always made everybody a little uncomfortable. He just didn't have enough reason to actually do anything about it because he's never done anything. He just seems off. Seems real sus. So you know that guy. You've never had a really good relationship with a lot of the guards. There was a guy in the marketplace when you ordered a double meat sandwich, and you're pretty sure that because you ordered a double meat sandwich before he gave you the original meat-sized portion, that he actually only gave you like a meat and a half, but you can't really tell because he didn't show you what a pre-scoop looks like because you ordered too fast. And you've never forgotten him. That was Jacob. He runs the like kebab stand.
I probably like my kebabs. I mean, it might be like a creepy, like maybe pervert watching the kids, but that's all I got.
Well, let's start with him.
Okay. Alpha, as soon as he says it, you feel almost like instinctually like you know where this guy lives. It's almost like a magical omen beacon, and you sort of just turn on your heels and just start walking. Grant, you would know that for some reason, Sally is definitely walking in the correct direction right now. Idjit, can you go ahead? Oh, Idjit and Grant, can you guys both make me a quick perception check? Dude, imagine if perspective checks were a thing in D&D. Like, okay, well, first, we're going to change perspectives, and we're going to look at it from the goblin side. Do you still want to roll initiative? So I'd rather a perception roll, please.
Yeah, 18.
That's
22.
a pass. Those are definitely passes. You guys both hear a deep, ominous chuckle coming from the sewers as Alpha starts to walk away. Idjit, to you, it sounds slightly familiar.
Does it sound like that voice?
It sounds like Locke.
Oh. Lock, you son of a bitch!
Do you yell that out?
Wait.
Yes.
You hear the laughing stop, and you hear a heavy metal sliding. Almost like heavy armor dragging on stone. Slowly start to fade into the distance. As you start to walk off into the city, following your highly motivated Sally, the noise goes off into the distance and out of your mind. It doesn't take long, maybe a 5-minute walk to get to the area that the kids play at. It's so late that you don't see really any kids out. You don't really see any people out. But Grant, you look up to see Sally already staring at the window. It's about 3 stories up.
I'm not. I didn't go with them.
Oh, you're staying back at home?
Yeah, I'm going. I don't want. I just told about a baby pervert. I don't know what they want to do with it.
Party. Split the party. I love being a dungeon master.
I'm going to sleep.
Grant's going to sleep.
Like as Idjit goes away, I tell him where my house is, and I tell him to meet me later for a fight.
Oh,
You realize I don't know this. Motherfucker.
This is fantastic. Grant goes to sleep as Alpha marches determinedly into the city with Idjit on her toes. Sally, you find yourself, Idjit and Sally, you find yourself back in the area where you originally ran into the orphaned kids brought here by Locks. You look up Alpha, and you're almost drawn to a certain window that is 3 stories up in a dilapidated building that sits across from where the kids play baseball. There seems to be a light on, like a candle light burning somewhere inside the room.
I tell Idjit, it's that one.
How do you know it's that one?
Probably this thing. She holds up her arm. The injured arm.
Pull it
What
up.
are
It
we
starts.
supposed to do?
It's like pulsing. It looks really gross at the moment.
What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do, Sally?
I get to sacrifice him.
What are we supposed to? But what? Are we supposed to just go knock on the door and go, "Hey, come with us"?
I guess so. I don't know. You're
Get
the
your
fighter
fucking
here.
face palms, like.
You're the fighter. Knock him out. We'll go throw him in the thing.
Okay, as y'all are discussing your plan, we're gonna go over to Grant. Grant, you go.
Knock him out.
You go into your home base, your house, and get comfortable and go to sleep on your nice bed and think of sewers and sacrifices in the night. You've met some scary people tonight. It's been a very long day, and you're uncertain of the future. Back to Sally and Idjit, who are standing outside in the middle of the night in a dilapidated part of town looking up at someone's home. Continue.
Do I see anybody else around us? Or
Uh,
is it bare?
Dude, it's pretty empty. There was a horrific zombie attack yesterday that
Yeah.
has left the local populace pretty traumatized. So most people are staying inside at night and locking their doors and locking their windows, and like it's almost like a city watch type thing, which Grant is very aware of. Like everybody around here sort of mutually respects each other's space and stays in their own areas, and keeps an eye out for weird things, which is how Grant noticed you guys to begin with.
Mm.
Other than also the explosions and the noise
Well, we're gonna be
And
the
the
weird
death.
things,
and the murder.
shoving things down a sewer.
And
Wow.
now you guys are looking for sewer food.
Oh, good lord. So what are we doing, Sally?
I don't know. What's the plan? I just know that he needs to go to the sewer and he needs to be eaten. That's all I know.
Idjit, you're tired and you're beginning to get angry.
I was also checking my alignment just to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Alignment. Who's she?
Well, thank God I'm chaotic neutral. Like, all right, you're gonna knock on the door though.
So what do you guys do?
I can try to polymorph him into a bug or something.
You're gonna go knock on the door to get him to open it. I'm gonna bum rush him and tackle him.
Works for me.
And then you're gonna tie him up, and I'm gonna drag him out of here.
Okay, sounds
I
like a
can't
plan.
tackle him and tie him up at the same time. I can tackle him and hold him for you, but you don't have the strength to carry him out.
So this building,
Mm-hmm.
Fuck off, like,
you said he's on the 3rd floor.
Mm-hmm.
So is it like an apartment building where like there's an entryway and then go? Okay, I guess we're gonna enter and go to his floor.
As you approach the dilapidated front door, it's locked.
I kick it open.
Roll a strength check.
Kick it.
Give me that nat 1 early in the campaign, baby. Let's see it.
Mm-mm.
Give me that nat 1.
18.
Yep, splinters. You bashed this door in. It was already shitty and old. They had just, like, forced it closed into the jam and done, like, some rudimentary lock. This Rentuki just, boom, smashes this door. It makes a lot of noise. You definitely hear movement from within the building above you guys.
Let's go.
You hear something like, "Oh, my lord!"
I'm assuming that's him. We're going to there.
Okay, as you guys go through the dilapidated, like, sort of lobby, you do see a staircase made of mostly wood and pieces of stone. It's mostly fallen apart, but it looks like it's been here for a long time. It hasn't fallen down yet. You guys don't really have too much trouble traversing to the 3rd floor. When you get there, there are 4 doors, but it's pretty easy to determine which one would have been the one facing the street. It's the one on your left.
Cool, and knock on the door.
Where?
As she knocks on the door, I get ready to chart. Like I get ready to strike, like to pounce.
Who goes there?
I'm sorry.
I was like,
Come
I'm
on,
trying
son.
to think of what to say.
You hear like 2 more locks click shut.
Oh, son of a bitch. Hi, my name's Sally.
Who's whispering out there?
Hey, we need to talk to you about the kids downstairs.
What kids? I don't have any kids.
We thought you might have saw something from the other night.
I didn't see anything.
Please open the door so we can talk face to face.
Roll an insight.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah, you can definitely tell he saw something from his window. His voice is trembling. He seems afraid. As soon as you mentioned the kids, he got very defensive.
It's either you talk to us or go get the guards.
I've already got some.
No, you do not.
Go away, or you'll
Open
be
the door.
arrested for trespassing.
No, I won't be.
I guess we're in a goblanic standoff, because I'm not opening this door.
I look at Idjit. Do your thing.
Kick the door.
Roll a strength check with disadvantage, because you sound super half-hearted about it.
10.
It's a loud thud, and the door shakes in its frame, but it does not come off. And you just hear, "Oh, Jiminy Cricket! All right. Well, I tell you what, I've been in this house a long time, and if you think you're going to get me out of here, you got another thing coming." And you hear, like, some frantic scrambling away from the door, and a weird metallic noise that you don't really understand what it was. It just sounds like metal on metal for a moment.
I go, do I need to call you Fluffy?
Look. Fuck you. Fuck this door.
He
Open
goes
the
for the door
door.
again. Strength check.
17.
Now properly angry, Idjit busts through the door, knocking like the frame with it, because there were so many locks on this door that it didn't even make sense. It was definitely against fire code. But you blast this door down, stumbling into the room, and you see an old man shaking. He's got like white gangly beard that comes down and hangs onto his chest. He's wearing like tattered clothes. A quick look around the room, you see that there is a lot of paper and like chalk and paint and crayons and all types of drawing things. And when you see what's on the paper, Idjit, you immediately go into a rage. This is a bad person.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm killing him. Killing him.
Knock him out.
Idjit, what do you do?
I'm gonna I gotta calm down so I can say this hell out. I'm gonna rage.
Yes.
I'm going to run. I'm gonna sprint at him, and I'm going to try to mollywop him like I did that big dude.
Roll to hit.
7, 30, 20.
With the dirty 20, you definitely you can go ahead and describe it because he doesn't have a lot of hit points. Are you killing him or knocking him out?
No, I'm not gonna clean the fuck out. Like,
Go ahead.
I charge in, fucking see the pictures, go into rage, just sprint right at him and like headbutt him in the stomach, and as he comes down, I
Oof! And then you launch into an uppercut and obliterate this man's chin. He goes down like a sack of potatoes. This all happens within a few moments, right? It's very fast. This happens incredibly fast. Sally, as you walk in and quickly get a look around the room, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Dirty 20.
The immediate urge to throw up hits you like a wall of bricks. But you manage to stomach it. You've seen some horrible things in your time adventuring in this horrible world. But y'all never thought that a monster of this level was within the city gates already. You look over to Idjit. He's shaking in a rage over top of the humbled body on the ground.
I go over and do my job and tie him up.
Okay, you tie up the old man.
I don't think we need to tie him up. I grab him by the like the shirt, the collar of his shirt.
Yeah, it
and
rips.
just start dragging him down.
Wow. Okay, you dragging
him down the stairs,
tied up down the stairs.
And, all the way to the fucking sewer.
Like I said, it was a 5-minute walk. Now that is a very long walk to be drugged through the street, but you do. Sally, Idjit, this isn't quiet. You notice like people looking through windows. Nobody seems to do anything or say anything. Everybody seems locked in their houses, and you drag this old man all the way back to the sewers. The sewer entrance.
I drop him right at the sewer entrance. There you go, Sally. Do whatever you have to.
And you, yeah,
And
okay.
I turn around and walk away.
I untie him, so I take my rope back.
You
I guess
untie
I
the
drop
old
him.
man. He's conscious, but he's shaking. He's very bruised. He's very badly injured. Idjit was not easy on him at all. I mean, he's barely hanging on. You know that if you don't do something to help this man, he will die. You just know this as a medical person.
Well, down the sewers he goes.
And you push him into the sewers. When you do, you listen to hear, the smack of wet flesh hit the bottom of stone, and it never comes. Yet, a burning sensation on your arm, as you look down, one of the lines that was across your arm, scorched into it, slowly starts to erase away and float off. And now there's only 4 lines on your arm, and you feel incredibly tired. It feels like you've done enough, and if you were able and wanting to sleep, you'd be able to now.
Go to Grant's.
Yeah, I say,
He
I'm
gave me-
tired now.
He gave me the address. Let's go.
You get to Grant's house. It is where it was supposed to be. It's a little hidden, but you move around and you find the entryway into Grant's house. Grant, would your door be locked?
You should probably say no.
No, I'd be like light sleeping, waiting for them to come in. It wouldn't be locked, and then once they're in there, I could lock it.
Okay. You guys get to the door. It's unlocked. You guys go in. You see Grant gets up and locks the door behind you guys. Grant, you see that Idjit and Sally both look physically upset, but they're here.
Fuck that dude. I go find a
Oh,
corner. There's
he
no
was
stuff.
he was an actual pervert.
Yeah, that's the easy way to put it.
Yeah.
Oh,
He. Yeah.
You had always had your suspicions, Grant. He had always seemed really weird. He just stayed up there, so it was sort of an out of sight, out of mind thing where he was left alone because he didn't bother anybody. But you'd always had suspicions.
He was a pervert.
emphasis on the was there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is it cool if I go to sleep?
Oh yeah, you can. I point out like a sort of couch that I made for myself.
Okay.
I
Do
go
you
curl
have
up.
a spot for Idjit and Sally to sleep in your little house?
Yeah, I put out the sort of couch like I made like a loungy
Okay,
couch
so you like
area
set
for
them up their own
myself,
little spot.
and then yeah, and I
Okay.
got my bed, and then like there's like stuff you could throw on the floor.
Okay, after a very, very long day, I'll allow you guys to have a long rest. I think you've earned it now. And at this point, I know that we are only, I think, 5 episodes in, but you guys have done a lot, and we're going to new places soon. I think, due to milestone leveling and how I think we're doing, I'm going to go ahead and also give you guys a level up.
Ooh,
So y'all can do that right now. Please do not take forever because we're live. But while we're doing this, if anybody in the chat has any questions about the world, the story, the campaign, or any questions that I can answer while I'm sitting here, I am 100% down to do that. And what level would that make you guys so the chat knows?
8.
3
8.
level 8 adventurers. So strong, so powerful. Can they save the city that is corrupted? What are they fighting? Like, what is what do you want me to tell you what the big bad is right now? I mean, their personal, the big bad right now. I would
Fighting
say,
yourself.
I would say that it is a classic D&D monster with a twist. And that's all I'll give you. If I could, like, deafen them, I might give you guys more, but I can't. And they're also in
I'm
the chat.
deafened.
Nope, Alpha's also in the chat. There's no way. I can't give you guys any crazy. And I said, oh, fun? Yeah, you'll like it, Mist. It's a good first bad guy. He said, I love the cryptic. I can't just tell you everything. Yeah, man, that'll take some of the fun away. And it might give these guys an edge, which they obviously need, but I'm not willing to provide.
Understand.
fair.
It's not my job. It's my job to keep this story moving forward. And right now, I'm really happy with it. I've turned 1/3 of the party dead and 2/3 of the party into willing murderers. So I think I'm doing a pretty good job as a DM. Originally just meant what they just got out of combat with. An old man.
An old man.
They beat up an old man for having way too much interest in the local orphans.
With and without clothing.
He said it's an ad, so I can't hear the answer. Well, now you're never going to know. Now it's
Of
cryptic.
course.
Now it's cryptic. You should have subbed up. All right. Progress on you guys.
Done.
Excellent.
I'm
I'm just about
basically
done.
just flip flopping between one thing.
Stop flip-flopping,
I'm gonna
Grant.
take that one.
And I know Idjit's done, right? Because you've got rage. Or you're a barbarian. What are you going to get more rage? I don't mean that to disrespect barbarian players. I love barbarians. It's probably my favorite class to play.
No, I was gonna do this, but yeah.
I got spells.
I got magic.
I got a feat.
mad.
Feats are great. What feat did you take? You bastard.
Fighting initiate.
Oh, okay. That's a really good feat. If you said lucky, we were gonna fist fight after the stream or something.
No, I stopped taking lucky a very long time ago.
Yeah.
I
Once
never
I
remembered
started
to use
getting
it
good
anyway.
at D&D, I stopped using the lucky perk. That's so funny. All right. So you guys wake up well
That's
rested.
like fighting initiated. Unarmed fighting.
Oh, the headaches I'm gonna have to deal with you guys. You guys wake up well rested. It's morning time. Sally, you immediately feel the need normally to make breakfast, but right now it really feels like the sewer has to eat first. And you really got that go get 'em attitude to get out there and fucking get your job done.
I provide for my people as a make breakfast.
You have that thought, and immediately you're like, but the sewer is hungrier.
I tell Idget the sewer is hungry. The
So am
sewer is
I.
hungry. Yeah, well, apparently we don't matter anymore. We can die for all the sewer cares.
Grant.
You hear a chuckling in your head.
Fuck off! Fuck off! I have enough voices in my head.
Sally, you hear a voice. Feed me the little one, and then that's only 3. He won't bother you for breakfast. I can eat him. He'll stay down here with me, and he'll be with Locke again.
I turn and I stare at the wall and I go, listen here, you son of a bitch. I am not feeding you my Idget. That's my Idget, my furry friend. You can't have him.
Okay, Grant, you're watching Sally have some type of mental breakdown in your house. Idget's hungry, and that's where we're at.
I'm gonna like reach into like my little stash of like dried meat, like jerky and fruit, and just hold out some jerky to Idget. Like, here, you want some breakfast?
I'll take it. She normally cooks something, but something's better than nothing.
All right, Idget, Grant gives
Yeah,
you some
yeah,
field rations, which is better than nothing. Sally's putting on her shoes.
yeah, just looked at Idget. Yo, so is that normal? She always that crazy?
Hey, don't call me. I mean, yes, but don't call me crazy.
Thank
That's
you.
not
I
nice.
mean, I could have answered. Yes, she's always this crazy.
Lady, you're yelling at a wall.
What wall? I'm not talking to the wall. I'm talking to the person in front of the wall.
Just, it's just better. Just let her be her. Just put it out of your mind. It won't drive you. You'll go bonkers if you keep trying to figure it out. Just put it out of your mind. And she'll turn to us when she's ready to talk.
Sally goes, well, I got a question. What is who's a good person to sacrifice now?
Grant just ignored that.
Who's another bad person that you know of? I need 4 of them. Otherwise, you're next.
What? What? Sally.
Sally looks way too serious, Idget.
The fuck?
It's asking for you, and I told it no, so...
Oh. Hate you, Snake.
You just see me
Yes.
just go like this and crack all of my knuckles all at once and just laugh at that, what she just said. Anyway.
You know what? Fuck this. I'm
Oh.
gonna
just
Grant, give me
100% ignoring Sally at this point.
give me a history check.
Who?
You, Grant.
You.
Random question. How's your wisdom?
5.
No. Okay, you got a
History's
5.
not wisdom.
You're thinking, like, you're trying to think of, like, evil people, bad people, and you're, like, thinking of, like, thieves, and you're like, there's probably a thieves guild, but you have no idea where it would be.
I got nothing.
Random
Uh,
question.
I'm just gonna lean down to Idget real quick. Do you guys do this? Is this like your thing? Do you
Sally.
get off on this shit?
Huh.
Sally, you feel an irresistible sense. You feel almost like you did last night, like your feet are ready to take you somewhere.
Where does Brock live?
Ba 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 ba. Brock's the guy he beat up at the bar. And you don't know where Brock lives. You've never went home with him before.
I'm asking Grant.
You're asking
where would Brock be?
Grant, I don't think you do. You know where Brock lives? I'll let you roll a history check for it, a luck check.
I'll throw a luck check because I
Does it
don't
say,
think
like-
I would associate with Brock.
That's what I'm trying to think. Like, you would have to know for some other
14.
reason. Yeah, I was giving you a chance to roll like a 18, 19, or a 20 for like maybe he got too fucked up and you helped him get home one time or something crazy. But yeah, you don't know where Brock lives.
Do you think he'd be at the bar at this point in time? He was at the bar pretty early yesterday.
I'm gonna look to Idget. Could you keep her from doing anything like crazy and getting yourself into shit?
Bro, I'm
gonna go talk to Jimmy.
I can try. I don't make any guarantees, but I can try. That's what I got. Hey, that's what I got for you, homie.
So you guys start heading to the mud hole?
I'm trying to keep them here in my house for a second while I go to the mud hole.
Okay. Sally, you're not going to stay
No,
here.
we're going somewhere. We're going somewhere. I don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere. I would like to go to the marketplace.
Okay. So Sally gets up and leaves.
I'm right behind her.
Idget follows. Grant, you're now alone. As Sally starts confidently and quickly walking to the marketplace. Grant, what
Bro,
would you like
I'm
to
trying
do?
to make sure she doesn't get in too much trouble.
And Idget cautiously following behind. Grant, what are you doing?
I'm gonna look out after them.
Yeah.
Look down, think for a second, and then go see Jimmy at the mud hole.
Okay, you make your way down to the mud hole. You see that Jimmy, it's early still, so Jimmy's like repairing chairs from the night before, doing basic like bar stuff, getting ready for people to start coming in. There are a few patrons already at the bar drinking, just a normal day. You go in, he throws you a wave.
I wave. I walk up. Hey, Jimmy. You got time to talk?
Grant, what's going on? Yeah, I always got time to talk for you. Just, can you talk while I'm fixing this chair? And he keeps working.
Yeah. I got a weird shit going down right now, and got some weirdos I think are going to cause some trouble, but could be helpful.
Who's that?
Do you? I'll get into that later. So you know that weird fuck that was always watching the kids?
Oh, old creepy Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently he was more than just creepy.
Okay. Why are you telling me
Yeah.
this?
Well, do we have any other like creeps like that maybe we had a feeling about but didn't do anything? I kind of want to start checking up on some of them.
Grant, what are you out there doing, buddy?
I think I'm trying to solve a problem before it starts, and hopefully avoid an outbreak.
How? Okay, well, how much are you charging?
My usual rate.
Look, after that fucking weirdo came in here and broke my doll, I got to put a lot of money into building another one of those. I ain't got a lot of money to put out any type of, hit status type things. You know what I'm saying, Grant? Do I have a list of bad guys? Of course I got a list of bad guys. There's always bad guys in this city, Grant.
All right. How about I throw you a bone here? I'll pay a little extra on a couple of those for you. Maybe you can help you out. Also, I don't think Locke's coming around no more.
I haven't seen Locke in some time now.
Yeah, I know. I think he's dead.
Why are you thinking Locke's dead? He was a big tough guy. You talking about the one with the face shield?
Yeah. So all that shit that went down with the other day, with all that ruckus and the explosion and shit, I think he blew up.
Oh. You know who's gonna be devastated? Them kids. They loved that guy. They used to follow him around the
Yeah, I
city all
know.
the time.
Yeah, there was a favorite guy to play with.
Yeah, they used to chase him around and play songs and sticks, and I don't know. He never seemed to mind him so much. He sort of just kept on walking. He'd talk to him, though. That's more than most people would do for them kids.
Yeah, I know.
But, right. I see what you're trying to do here. It seems like you're trying to make a difference. You know what? Maybe I got a name for you. Maybe he's a bad guy that maybe people wouldn't miss too much. And maybe I could give you that name. There's just one thing I need from you. That little
What was
guy. The little one that came in here and beat up my automaton. I want to set him up in a bigger fight. You think you could get your boy hyped up and ready to do a fight for me?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That little man's always gonna want to fight.
Good. And you've been getting pretty close to them, yeah?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Well, here. And he hands you a cloth. Before the fight, get him with this. We're going to make a killing off this one. And here's the name. And he hands you a scrap of paper. All right, now get out of here, Grant.
Catch you later, Jimmy.
Okay. So you leave. You've got a note with a name that says Countess Lestrange, which you would know is a sort of a well-to-do woman who works in the theater in the upper town. And in the cloth, you see a syringe with a needle, like a push syringe, and a mysterious liquid inside.
What the fuck, Jimmy? I just stow that away and start heading to the marketplace to go find the other two.
Okay. Switching over to Idjit and Sally. Sally, you beeline straight to the market. Idjit, it's a little scary how Sally suddenly knows where she is in the city. Almost like she's being drawn by something greater. Sally, you arrive at the marketplace. It is huge. It is bustling. You're in human form, so you're not drawing a lot of eyes. But you definitely see that a lot of people are looking in your direction anyway. Because they're looking at Idjit, who is frantically trying to keep up pace with you as your long-legged ass is walking to the market. You smell the foods coming from sort of the food area. There's armorist shops, there's potion shops, there's different alchemical shops. There's all kinds of different things here in the marketplace. What exactly are you guys looking for?
First, is there a patch of grass or a tree?
Is there a patch of grass or a tree? Not really.
Is there a bench somewhere?
Sure, yeah, there's plenty of benches.
Beautiful. Sally sits on a bench, crisscross applesauce, and she, for a minute, she prays to her goddess. She goes, I don't know what I got myself into. I am sorry. I promise I will be a good noodle after this. The best noodle I can be. So yeah, she
What
does
is
a
your
little prayer to
goddess's
her
name
god.
again?
It is Set. No, not Set. Oh my god, what is his name?
Like Egyptian set?
No, that's what I thought. My brain. No, that's not his name. The satyr god.
Ozzy's Pepper just hit 1,000 biddies to give
Pan?
a blessing to Sally. Okay, we will do that in 1 second. What was the name of your god, Sally? Holy crap, I have to pull up my blessing page.
Was it Pan?
Yeah, there you go. That's the one.
Pan.
Pan. Yeah. I mean, Pan wouldn't be upset with Lee.
What do you know? What Pan's
Well-
fucking upset about?
You're not Pan.
Let's see. Chaotic
It's like Snake
neutral.
told me, you don't tell me what I love.
Chaotic neutral.
Pan was fine with sacrifice.
He is. Okay, fine. We'll let that go. I guess Pan is. Okay, make me a religion check. That didn't work out the way I thought it was going to. Oh, wait. Yeah, go ahead and make your religion check. I have to pull up my other chart, too.
That is a nat 20, actually.
You got a nat 20?
Yeah.
On your religion check?
baby dice for the win.
Uh,
So yeah, that's a 21.
you actually feel a genuine connection as you're praying with Pan. And you hear a message. And all it says is, thou shall not worship false idols. And you feel an immediate sadness come over your body. Nice. Good night, 20. Now roll me a D100. because Ozzy's Pepper paid 1,000 bits to curse you. And I have to make you roll in the curse table.
You bless.
Bless.
Bless. It's bless.
It's a bless. 44.
I'll pull up the blessings table. Fine. For Ozzy's Pepper, for you. 44.
Thank you.
What in the fuck type of blessing is this?
I don't know what blessing is it.
You're not a you're a bard, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you feel after you were shamed by your god for some reason, you feel a very, very nice, pleasant feeling. Almost like when you jump in a, cool pool of water after it's been hot all day. Sort of the outside of your skin seems to just cool down and feel nice. And in your head, all of the voices stop. For the first time in a while, it is quiet in your head. And you see a pale fey spirit rise from the waters of your mind, holding a violin. You speak a while, and it teaches you a few chords. You now have an advantage. You now have advantage on performance and persuasion checks for 24 hours.
Advantage on
Huh.
what?
Performance and
Performance
persuasion
and
checks for
persuasion.
24 hours. And you're a bard. I'll say that you now know how to play the violin.
Hey, I think you should come with me to the sewer over here that hop right in. Yeah. We persuading some people today.
What are the odds? Actually, it's 1 in 100. Those are the odds. I know the odds. Holy crap. Okay.
How does this be walking to people? Hey,
I was reading that.
follow me.
I was reading that, and I was like, this sounds scripted, dude. She's a bard. Oh my god. And you're now proficient in violins. I don't know if I said that.
Cool. Let me add that.
So sitting on this bench, you have an existential crisis with your god, and then a bipolar immediate, just like mind cleanse, and then it all, with a cacophony of sound, rushes back in as the voices come back, but you also now have a song in your head that you're thinking about, like, fuck, I need a violin.
Do I have a violin?
No, you don't have a fucking violin. You didn't know how to fucking play one until a second ago.
No, I have a fiddle. Yes,
A fiddle is not a violin. It is a different
it's
instrument.
Close enough.
Are you going to play your fiddle as a violin?
I don't know.
You see that Sally sat down on this bench after rushing to get here and is just rummaging through her bags looking at all her instruments right now. She hasn't said one word to you. You have no idea what's going on. She's been sitting here
Sally.
for 10 minutes.
Sally,
Yes.
what do we do? What is going on? Girl, what is going on?
I have to play. I have to play.
Play what? Soccer? Football? Tiddlywinks? Fucking circle jerk? What?
She pulls out her fiddle.
Okay, you pull out your fiddle, and what are you going to do?
Like her fiddle.
You're just going to start playing a song on this park bench in the middle of the market square.
Yep.
I hate to say
She feels
this,
compelled.
but roll me a performance check.
She feels compelled. This is definitely in character for me. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, she starts jamming out on her fiddle. Like, you start asking her these questions, she ignores you, pulls out her fiddle, and starts going to fucking town, jamming out. People definitely notice, and they're, like, walking by. Some stop, and they'll stop for a little while, and they'll listen to you play.
I put a hat out.
You put a hat out.
I see if you will pay me. It was a dirty 20. Why not?
Yeah, for, like, over a 5-minute song, you make, like, 10 gold pieces.
Beautiful. I got more money, guys.
Idjit, what are you doing for this 5 minutes that she's just
I am
now
Fucking
singing for money?
dumbfounded, Like,
Okay. So you're dumbfounded.
which shops are around us?
What are you looking for, brother? They've got pretty much this is the largest human city left in existence. They pretty much have a shop for just about everything.
I'm looking for items that that could be magical, could be special. I know it'd be a high-end shop.
Yeah. There is maybe one magical shop in the city, because magical
Yeah.
items are so incredibly rare
Uh-huh.
at this point. It is farther up north into the market area, into the nicer, like, richer part. Like, the further you go in, basically, the more expensive it gets. This shop is, like,
Yeah.
at the end.
Okay.
And it's just titled Magic Emporium. Are you going there?
Yes.
You go in, and there's a big sign on the door that says humans only.
Son of a bitch. Fucking racists. Walk away.
You yell racists outside of the nice shop on the expensive part of the marketing town. Go ahead and roll me a luck check for funsies. Nothing will happen.
Luck 16.
A couple people notice and, like, look away from you. One kid that's, like, 8 is, like, holding his mom's hand, and it's just like this at you. Just amazed to see you. But other than that, does the sign deter you? You look back over your shoulder. Sally is on the bench, jamming out still.
I just walk back to Sally and wait.
As you get back to Sally, you see in the distance approaching Grant. Grant, you can hear them before you see them, but you see that Sally is sitting on a bench and going to town on a fiddle. She's gained a small crowd that people come and go. She's got maybe like 10, 15 people holding their attention. It looks like she's been jamming for a while. Idjit is sort of fidgeting next to her on the bench, not really doing much of anything. He looks frustrated. Grant, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna walk up to Idjit.
Mm-hmm.
Sup? The fuck's she doing?
Bro, if I knew, she's playing a fucking fiddle, I think.
Whatever.
She came, she sat down on the bench and said, I'm playing the fiddle now. And pulled out the fiddle and started playing it.
So, I got the name of fancy lady who might fit
What?
your quota, I guess.
Okay.
And how would you feel about a fight?
Who am I fighting?
I don't know yet. Also, it's supposed to be a surprise for you too.
What is?
The fight.
Why is the fight?
How would you feel about getting knocked up and waking up somewhere?
What?
Yeah, see, I'm not an asshole. Like, I mean, I am, but I'm not 100% an asshole. So, in order to pay back for the name, I need you to fight. But I'm also supposed to, I guess, bring you there drugged up.
And y'all just hear, he'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. Like 5 feet from you guys.
And look at Sally and shut up. Stop. 3 minutes. No playing.
Sally, do you stop?
Give me 3
Da-da-da.
minutes.
Sally stands up, she bows, she picks up the money.
Okay, yeah, you got about 10 gold pieces. You hear a couple murmurs from the crowd go, aw. They glare at Idjit and start walking
I'll
Oh,
be
off.
damn,
back
go away.
later.
You just hear one lady say, you need to leave. And she's walking away.
Anyway, yeah.
Sally
Let me
goes over,
let me
"What's
let me
going
see
on?"
if I got let me see if I got this right. You asked me if I wanted to fight again, but you're supposed to drug me to take me there or drug me before the fight.
Yes.
And why
To
are
both.
you telling me?
Like I said, I'm an asshole, but I'm not 100% an asshole. I kind of like
And-
it. Kind of neat.
Who Jimmy said this?
I'm not going to say yes or no.
Mm.
Ugh.
So what are y'all doing?
I'm gonna go to Jimmy. I'm gonna go talk to Jimmy.
Yep. Hey, I'm going to idiot.
Sally goes, we got some more pressing matters to do right this second.
He already has.
I'm going to hand her the piece of paper.
Okay.
Yeah, because I
cloth.
know where that is. Okay, wait, I do.
I bet more spring than you will.
I need my friend to
And
beat
then-
him up.
Okay, Sally.
I'm going to hand her the cloth.
He slides you the piece of paper, and you read it.
I take it and I read it.
What was the name on it? I've already forgot
Countess
that name.
something. Countess something.
Countess.
Lug
Duchess.
something. Countess. I dumped it because I didn't have an NPC name ready. We're going Countess von Dutch. I'm changing it. And my editors are going to go back and change this in post so that I said it. Go ahead and capture
I'm-
Countess Van Dutch and then just stick that where it needs to go. Thanks, guys. Continue.
Okay, so I gave her that. So, idiot. I know you might be annoyed or angry.
Annoyed.
But,
Annoyed. Annoyed is not
but
my
we-
word. That is
Yeah.
not this feeling I'm getting right now.
But I can't have you doing things because I kind of need Jimmy.
What do you need him for? Like,
He's got a lot of connections that I need.
they can all be your connections if I just go kick his ass.
But I don't know them. He knows them, and he would have to introduce me first. That's kind of how connections work.
But if I
He
kick his
hasn't
ass, they'll
introduced
want
me,
to know
so
me.
that's not gonna
And
work.
boom, boom, boom.
Idjit. No.
That's not
What,
the way
Sally?
it works. Anyway,
We have something that we need to do.
Yes, Sally. Come with us. We can continue this conversation on the walk.
I mean, I'll get you there, but I'm not
Come with us.
participating.
Sally. You want to go find who's the paper person. You don't want to go talk to him. You need to feed the sewer. You've just wasted like
Oh, no.
30 minutes, and the
I'm-
sewer is literally hungry right now.
I told him to come with me and Sally, so we can continue talking on the walk.
I'm just telling Sally how she feels.
So Sally also feels like she has an idea too. So Sally had these 3 guards in her backstory that murdered her friend.
I'm aware.
What would their locations be at this point in time?
Are you trying to like lock into that using this mark on your arm?
She would know who they are.
For
so
sure.
She would probably know their schedule because she's been watching them.
I don't think you've been watching the guard schedule very well for the last couple weeks. I think you've been dealing with a lot of adventuring type stuff.
You know the basics.
You do know the
Like if they're
basics.
working.
You know one works in the marketplace.
She did look around for him.
Okay. Well, you look around the marketplace. The guards, there's not many of them needed in this area. There's not usually a lot of violence within the city, but they are definitely posted. One of the guards that you know of is a roaming market guard, and his name is Marvin. And after maybe about 10 minutes of like looking through the crowd, you can definitely see Marvin and another guard walking around, checking different like kiosks and talking to people and moving throughout the crowd. He's a tall, blonde human man. He wears a short sword on his hip, and that's it. Well, I mean, he's wearing clothes, but like that's the only weaponry he has on him. No armor, no shield, just regular clothes, a badge that shows his status, and a sword.
We're gonna go get the Countess first.
Okay. You know the theater's in the northern district of the city, and that's probably where she'd be around.
Yep, she has the urge, and she follows the urge to get the Countess.
Okay. Sally starts to walk in the direction of the theater part of city. Idjit, what do you do?
I'm following behind Sally.
Grant, what do you do?
I'm gonna follow just to talk to Idjit.
Okay, so you guys are sort of following behind Sally as Sally sort of leads the way towards the theater district. We're gonna go ahead and do one of these. And you guys don't really encounter any judgment or trouble along the way. Anywhere Idjit goes, especially the deeper you guys go into the city, he's definitely gonna get looked at. There's definitely gonna be looks. More and more buildings are gonna say human only. It's just gonna be more difficult for Idjit to sort of move around unhampered the further you guys get into the city. But nobody tries to stop you. Nobody gives you guys any hard times. And eventually you guys find yourself in the theater district of the city. One of the most prominent things in this part of the city is a large clock tower. It is the largest building in the theater area. It's abandoned. The clock doesn't work anymore, but, you know, people are really proud of it. You have the large theater stage, and then a bunch of housing. A lot of artists, theater people live around here. People that are basically, they make all of their money and living just off of, like, entertainment.
How far are we from the sewer?
From what?
The sewer.
Probably like a 30-minute walk from here, back through the marketplace, to the abandoned part of town, and then down to, you know, where Grant lives around.
We're supposed to there.
That's not my problem. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know why y'all try to do this during the daytime.
Because if I don't, I probably get eaten, okay? My arm says it
Yes. The sewer hungers.
Grant barely has any idea what that means. Anyway, you just gotta be talking to Idjit the whole time. Like, yeah, so about that fight.
Sally interrupts. What do you
How-
know about this lady?
Nothing.
All y'all really know is that she is a older human female. She is a actress. She puts on shows at night. You know, just like plays. And she hangs out in the theater district. That's about all you guys would know. So while Sally's looking around looking for her, Grant Idget, you can continue your talk.
Yeah.
Now, what do you
so-
need from this guy? Like, what connections do you need? Like, why would you possibly need these? What connections?
Well, he is my go-to contact for all my contracts and shit. He's how I got the name. Uh, he is the guy who like sets up all my fights because I don't know anybody. Like he's the one getting us anywhere. I don't know any of them. Without him, we got nothing.
Why do I have to be drugged? If I'm going to be drugged, that means he wants me to lose the fight.
Yes, that's
No.
why if you go in knowing about this first, you have a better chance.
I don't know if you don't understand this. I am small and fluffy. I don't lose fights.
That's exactly why you worried. If you don't lose, why you worried?
I also don't get drunk, don't get high, so I can be there to protect Sally when needed. See an issue there? I do.
You know. Okay, what if I'm looking out for her while you're drunk?
How about we just not drug our boy?
I agree to the fight, but not the drugs.
I have to get you there with the drugs.
Nope.
Or at least with the semblance of drugs. So I have
Why
to
don't we
figure out
just sleep?
what they do first.
How about you just let me
Well,
take a
great.
nap and carry me there?
Let's use the drugs on you to see what they do. Or if they're sleepy drugs, use them on the lady.
Oh yeah, yeah. See what they do to the person you want.
But we can't guarantee. There might
It'd
be
be like
drugs to make
adrenaline.
it. Yeah, it could be drugs to make him fight harder. You know?
Well,
Can Sally look at the drugs?
Oh
Does
yeah,
Sally know anything about them?
it is a mysterious liquid inside of a syringe. How are you? Are you testing it? Are you tasting it? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
Well, first she's gonna look at it and see if it looks like anything she would know of.
Roll a medicine check.
17.
It definitely looks like some type of drug concoction inside of a syringe.
Beautiful. Very helpful.
The syringe looks
Um,
clean. Fresh needle.
See, Alpha's brain, not Sally's. Alpha's brain goes, I want to stab Grant and see what it does.
Well, I don't care what Alpha's brain is doing. Alpha's brain needs to start role-playing Sally.
I know. Sally goes, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this could be. I think you should have asked more questions before you left.
that's not our gig though.
I don't care what's your gig.
Look, let's get this done,
Yeah,
Sally,
so
so we
here.
can go deal with Jimmy.
Sally puts the drug,
Use that on your
wraps
lady.
it up, and puts it back.
Okay.
Her bag.
I don't know how to find you. I don't know. I got nothing for you. So this is as far as my help extends for y'all.
You go away, I will go to Jimmy
Yeah.
without you.
As they're talking, Sally, you see the Countess walking in to a cafe across the courtyard from you guys. You can tell it's her by her like known platinum white hair.
I think it's time to go eat, guys.
Finally, fucking food.
And you hear a voice in your head. And murder. Only you hear that though, Sally.
How many people are around me right now?
Right now it's literally just Grant and Idget.
Okay, Sally looks to a totally different part of everything, and she goes, if I murder him, is that fine, or do I have to bring him back to the sewer?
How am I gonna eat unless you put it in the mouth?
Okay, is there an easier way to get it to you?
Your arm starts to burn.
I'm asking a fucking question, you bitch.
The top one
does that.
starts to slowly peel away like a scab as blood starts to pour out of the top line. You lose 1 hit point.
For the help, dickhead. He says. So yeah, time to go eat, guys.
Idjit, you smell blood. When you look at Sally, her cut is starting to open up.
Oh Lord. Come
things
on,
are
let's
hungry.
go.
Okay, as you guys approach the cafe, you see a very familiar sign on the door.
Humans only.
Humans only. The name of the cafe is the Wandering Butterfly. It looks very nice and well-to-do inside. Lots of humans sitting around drinking coffee, eating biscuits, eating scones. You see the Countess is sitting at a table by herself, enjoying a coffee and reading what could be a book or a play manuscript, something like that. They're not called manuscripts. What's it called when you write a play?
Screenplay?
She could be reading a screenplay. There we go. Thank you.
So, yeah. This is gonna be a thing anywhere we go over here, so I don't know how y'all want to do this.
Idjit, you do see across from the cafe, there are a few benches where people have left their undesirables. You see a few elves, a few dwarves, a half-orc. They seem to be patiently sitting. They're all branded, so it would be safe to assume that this is where humans would leave their people while they're in the cafe. The half-orc sheepishly waves at you, Idjit.
Sally would like to go in and sit down across from this lady.
Okay. You go inside and take a seat. Grant, what do you do?
I'm gonna go up to the dwarves.
Okay. And Idjit, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna go talk to the orc.
Okay. We'll do Grant first. Grant, you approach the dwarves. You see that this group of dwarves, there's a trio of them. They all have the same brand, meaning they belong to the same person, and they seem to be just patiently waiting on this park bench.
I'm just gonna lean. Is there like a spot that I can lean like next to them?
Yeah.
So,
You see
like,
as they
kinda-
approach, they immediately stiffen up and they lower their eyes.
Okay, I'm just gonna lean next to them, and then in just a voice kind of low that they could hear in dwarvish, I'm gonna ask, "How are you guys doing?"
One of them looks up at you, the one closest to you, and he says back in dwarvish, "We're waiting. Don't get us in trouble."
I won't get you in trouble if we'll just keep this quick. Who are you waiting for?
Our master is inside.
Do you know the Countess? Dutch.
They say no.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, as you're conversing with the dwarves in dwarvish, Idjit, you approach this half-orc, and he's smiling. He goes, "Huh, you got dropped off here to wait too. I know how it is, bud."
Yeah, I guess I did. How often do you come up here?
Whenever I get drug up here, I guess. Theater,
Who
market, all
drags you
over.
up here?
Sir Bennington. Sir Bennington
Sir
bought me when
Bennington.
I was just a small girl. And she flexes. Although, that was a long time ago, little guy.
Looking good, looking good.
She smiles. Her little tusks come outside of her lips. She smiles back at you. So what brings you to this part of town?
I got drug up here to see the Countess.
the Countess. Yeah, she walks around here all day, always telling people about how much she cares about things.
What all does she care about?
The orphans, the dwarves, the people, the politics. She's always crying. She needs to be the center of attention all of the time.
Ah, I see. So she always wants to be the center of attention.
She reaches her strong half-orc arm and hand down towards you and extends a handshake. And she goes,
I reach out.
"Name's Bridget."
I'm Idjit, and I shake nice, firm, barbarian handshake.
What? No way. Our names are like so close together.
Yes, they are.
That's really cool. And we just happen to run into each other. World's crazy, huh?
It sure is.
Well, I guess if you wanted to sit next to me, that would be fine.
I guess I'll sit down next to her.
Okay, you sit down next to this half-orc and both stare off into the restaurant together. Sally, you go in and you sit down at a table across from the Countess.
I
Very
sit down
quick.
at her table.
Oh, you're sitting down at her table?
Yes, I'd like to talk to her.
Okay. How do I put this? Oh, I don't have to. You sit down and the Countess puts down her screenplay and looks up at you and goes, "I suppose they're just letting the unhoused in here nowadays. Honey, you need a shower, you reek. Please step away from my table."
No, not yet. I'd like to talk to you.
Oh, honey, everybody would like to talk to me. Get in line. At another table.
Well, I guess I'm first in line because there's no one else here that'd like to talk to you.
She rolls her eyes and she just looks around and she starts waving for a waiter.
Well, my dear, I just love you so much. You know, I've been to almost all of your plays.
Oh, you're a fan. Waiter! Waiter, there's a dirty fan in here.
Actually, I have started a playwright, and I would like to see if you would like to perform it, or help me cast it.
You? Roll persuasion.
Yes. With advantage.
Damn, chat.
Um,
Blessings. Damn you, Aussie's Pepper.
23.
A 23? She goes, a playwright? Let me see it. I'm interested.
I did leave it at home, though. I just wanted to know if you would be interested. I didn't want to carry it all the way here.
The pieces of paper too delicate for you, or have you come to waste my time, young lady?
I just didn't want to drop them and, get them all mixed up.
Obviously, you know who I am. And obviously, you'd like me to perform. Of course, who else would you like to perform than I? Yet you don't even have a script with you? Who is your agent? Who is your manager? I've been in this business for 15 years.
Well, I'm new to the business. This is my first time coming up to someone this grand.
Well, let me give you some hints, honey. First of all, next time, book a spot, maybe to speak to me. Maybe wash your hair. Have you heard of foundation? New clothes?
Well, I don't have the money for that right now.
Obviously, dear. Anything else?
How about you come with me and we will go look at the script?
How about no?
How about I think that it'd be the best script that you've ever seen. I know what you like. I've seen you act. You're wonderful. I would love for you to come with me to look at the script.
Roll persuasion.
We did not. That's a nat 20 plus 5.
Okay. You get a nat 20. You are incredibly persuasive. You even make her blush at one point as you're talking about how great she is. And she goes, oh dear. One, this has been perhaps the worst pitch that I've ever received. Two, I am interested, dear. If you bring me the script, I'll read it. I'm not going to your nasty hovel to see how you live. You've made it very apparent based upon what you are wearing that I probably don't want to go back to where you live. However, and she reaches out to shake your hand, if you bring me a script, I'd probably read it. Maybe there's a place for you here.
She reaches out her. She wipes her hand off to make sure it's clean. And then she reaches out and she shakes her hand.
She daintily just like barely holds and shakes your like front two fingers. And she says, now, if there's nothing else, and she pulls back up her script in front of her face and goes back to reading.
Wait, when am I supposed to meet you again?
Dear. Details bore me.
I'll find you again.
Of course you will, dear. Everybody hopes to find me again. And she goes back to reading.
Not exactly what we needed, but works. Okay, I walk out kind of happy.
You walk out. You see that Grant is over by the park bench conversing with some dwarves. They both look like they're trying to hide it. Idjit is sitting peacefully next to a large half-orc woman, not really saying anything, just sort of hanging out. You guys see Sally leaves the building. No Countess.
I like it, Bridget. Bridget, I gotta go.
Wait, you're just... yeah, of course. Is that your master?
Not my master. My friend, not my master.
Oh. Are you free?
Yes. I'm free.
Oh. I wish to someday be free. Well,
Don't wait.
it was very nice to meet you, Idjit. And she goes and
Good meeting.
sits down at the bench.
Bye, Bridget. I'll see you later. Don't worry.
She looks up at you, hopeful but doubtful, as you join Sally. Grant, what are you doing? You're muted, brother.
Oh, sorry, all my lights just flickered for some reason, and like I had like a power surge. I got really distracted.
Oh, are you good?
Yeah. I'm good. It's stable now, so I don't know what that was.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna like thank the dwarves, just and then walk away, and just leave.
Okay, they mumble back to you in Dwarven, and you join Grant, or you join Sally and Idjit. Sally, Idjit, and Grant, what are you guys doing now that you are back together again?
Why don't you have her with you? The whole reason why we came here.
Maybe she wouldn't come with me because I'm too dirty.
I could have just.
I could have told you that.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Do you have a shower?
as you look down, Sally, you do notice that like half of your clothes is covered in your own blood, dirt. You've been in the sewers, like you haven't showered or changed in a couple days, and you do actually smell pretty bad. You're used to it from Idjit, but maybe you've been a little obsessed. And as you're thinking about this, you lose a hit point as another part of your arm starts to come loose, and that almost blue scar starts to tear open as fresh blood starts to trickle down your arm. Three blue marks, one blue, and marred with wet, red blood.
I'm gonna start walking back to the poor district.
Grant turns around and leaves, and it looks like Sally and Idjit are following.
Yes.
You guys make it to the poor part of town, no issues. You've got two humans with you, Idjit, so it sort of looks like you almost belong here. At this point, you're still getting weird looks because not a lot of people have seen Rentookies. However, you guys are back in like Grant's part of town.
I'd go
Sally.
somewhere that there
Okay.
wasn't a lot of people, and like make sure that they come with me. Sally goes, "What if I scream that my child fell down the thing and sacrificed a guard?"
I mean,
I don't give a shit. Those dudes are fucking corrupt as fuck, anyways.
Do you think that they would help? Do you think we could get a guard?
maybe.
Probably.
Maybe only one of the good ones, though.
Sally would like to use the little ability to find people to see which one of her 3 guards is the closest. If
There
you can.
is 2 guards that stay in pretty much the richest area of town, and there is one that is a roaming guard that works at the market.
Beautiful. Okay, where we are right now, how close to the sewer would you say that we are? And the marketplace?
You're probably like 20 minutes from the market, maybe 10 minutes from the sewer.
Okay, I'd like to get back to the marketplace.
Okay, you guys walk back to the poor district of town. Sally goes, aha! And you guys go back to the marketplace. Okay, y'all are there.
Okay. How many guards do you think there would be between the sewer and this part? Because last time it was nighttime and there wasn't.
There wasn't many at night, other than the ones that you guys really had to run and go find, and those were like almost closer to the perimeter of the marketplace. So you guys don't really see a lot of guards in that area. If you do, it's like a group of guards, and they're going there like SWAT style to bust a house or something.
Beautiful. From the direction of the sewer, I run. I start to put on a performance. I start to get hysteric. I go, help, help! I run directly to my guard, and I go, help me, my child. She's in the sewer. She fell. Please, please help me.
Okay, roll performance.
I love this. Thank you for the blessing. That is a 21.
Gotta roll a nat 20 here. I'm gonna do it though. To ruin your happiness. Damn it, it fell out. That's a 16. He goes, a child? Down the well? In my city? I think not. It's the other guard responding. He puts both hands on his hips and he goes, I will not deal with a crime anywhere in this city. If there is a child in danger, I'll be there. The guard that you know goes, yeah, all right. Where'd it happen?
Over here, I can lead you. Please, please come help.
The second guard goes, aha, I'll follow you. To danger! And he starts to follow you.
What the other one? This one seems nice.
The other one,
Well.
the other one goes, whatever, dude. I got marketplace duty to do. Good luck. And gets back to work. And this guard quickly starts following you.
Beautiful. I run and I show him the sewer.
You guys run for 30 minutes.
Yes.
He's asking you questions the whole way there, and he's saying stuff like, there's corruption in this city, and we have to put an end to it.
I don't hear that.
You do. You guys make it all the way back to the sewer, and he goes, quickly, where's the child?
Down in there.
The child fell into the sewer? How far is the drop?
Yeah.
Is the child okay? Have you heard it?
I don't know. I heard her screaming when I went to go get you, but I just can't. The dark. I don't know.
Here, hold this. And he hands you his sword, and he takes his helmet off, and he stretches his neck, and he goes, whew. Guards don't usually come down here. They think they're better than people that live in this part of town. Not me. Justice for one, justice for all. And he starts to climb down the ladder into the dark. And you, after maybe a minute, you hear a voice come up from the sewer.
Did you find her?
You hear, "I don't see a child down here. It's very dark. Is there maybe a torch, perhaps? I should have brought Who are you? What is that? What are you doing? But what about the child? No! There is no child! No! And then silence.
I think you found her.
A burning sensation on your arm as one of the marks clearly melts off of your skin. Grant and Idjit, you see all of this. We're going to do a quick
I
check.
didn't follow anything after this. She went to get a guard.
Grant, she brought this guard. You definitely heard this, even if you're in your house. This man was screaming bloody murder from the sewers. I'll say that Grant and Idjit, since it's been like an hour, were inside Grant's house when this happened. Guys, y'all hear someone screaming bloody murder outside.
Yeah, she's probably got somebody.
I keep the sword and I throw the helmet down.
Is that Paul?
Some loud clanging as the helmet gets thrown down the sewer, and you're holding the short sword of a guard. What do you do now?
I guess I go back to Grant's house.
Grant, you hear a knock at the door.
Who is it?
It's me. Open the door, I'll kick it down.
Gonna open the door.
You open the
See
door.
Sally with the sword.
Sally is standing there with a guard sword.
Why the fuck do you have that?
Here you go.
And I just yank her inside.
Okay. You've got Sally inside. Sally, you feel pretty good about the sewer. You feel like the sewer is fed right now. You don't feel good, but you don't feel the urge to put someone in the sewer right now. The sewer seems satiated for now.
I take the sword, run, and
When you pick up the sword,
dash it.
you see on the hilt, it's inscripted, and it says, "This is your city now, Dad." So this sword was probably a gift from his dying father, who might have been a guard as well.
I don't pay attention to that, and I throw it into a hole in the floor that goes down.
So you find a part of the building that is more dilapidated than the other, and you toss the sword to hide the evidence, to get rid of it. You go back to Sally and Idjit. They both look pretty distracted. Grant, you would know it's about 4 or 5 hours until dark, and around then is, when this fight at the mud hole would be starting.
We should probably go see what this drug is.
You see Sally is holding the syringe in your living room.
I have a stupid idea.
Okay.
She wraps
Oh,
the
Lord.
syringe up and
I'm-
carefully puts
Give
it
me the
back in her
syringe. I grab the syringe
No.
real quick from her.
No, it's in my bag.
We are
I
going
put
to
it in my
do
bag.
a contested athletics check or sleight of hand.
I'd rather sleight of hand.
Give me that back real quick. I need it. I have a stupid idea, and I won't stab anybody. I'm gonna like.
23.
She's not giving it to you. Roll. She ignores what you say, and she holds it away from your face.
Oh, what are you doing? What is your plan?
Grant, did you roll high enough?
I didn't even know what I was supposed to be rolling.
Contested, you can use sleight of hand or athletics to try and get it from her.
I just walk over and look at Sally. Give me that fucking syringe. Give it to
What's
me
your
now.
plan?
At 21.
Give it to me.
She just barely is able to keep it away from you, but it looks like Idjit is now getting involved.
Sally, how
I
many
just
times have I
wanna-
saved your life? How many times have I saved your life? Give me the
I'm
effing
just
syringe.
trying to put it in my fucking bag so that we can go.
Give it to me.
She puts it in her bag.
She puts it in her bag.
Snatch her bag from her.
Contested strength check.
You
14.
You have my bag.
You say no and put it in your bag. Idjit takes your bag from you.
I take the syringe out and give her back her bag.
Idjit
Just
now
give me
has
the
the
syringe.
syringe.
Give me the syringe.
She'll look back at Grant. What's your plan? What are you trying to do with this?
I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna grab the syringe, and I'm gonna find like a.
Do you
rock
give him the
or a
syringe
hard
first?
thing.
No, I squeezed it all out onto the fucking floor.
You just- Idjit gets the syringe and squirts all of the liquid onto the wooden floor.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's all gone.
But-
No.
No, I grab it from him before he does that.
It's a
As
roll.
soon as
Yep.
It's a contested roll. He goes to
Wait,
squirt it out. You're
I
gonna
literally,
try and snatch
I
it.
said, wait, I need some in it.
Athletics or sleight of hand. Let's contest it. Let's do it.
athletics, I got a 25.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Grant.
I can't beat that.
Fuck. You try to. You're like, what the hell? So you try to snatch it from Idjit, and Idjit just squirts it out onto the ground.
Okay, all of you out of my house.
Fuck it, I'm out. Don't worry, I'm leaving.
Grant kicks you both out of the house. Grant, you see the syringe is now empty. He
I
left
start
it.
walking for the mud pits.
Okay. Idjit is immediately going to start going to the mud pit. Sally, are you going with?
I'm going to talk
Yeah.
to Jimmy.
Grant, you hear from outside. Idjit yells that he's going to go talk to Jimmy. And he starts departing. You can see from the window.
Idjit, you're fluffy.
Oh, definitely gonna talk to Jimmy hard.
Oh.
Talking to Jimmy hard today.
Oh, shit. It seems all you have done is motivate Idjit even more to talk to Jimmy as they start going outside of ear reach.
Come, give me 5 minutes.
No.
You just kicked us out.
Jesus Christ. They don't slow down.
Because none of y'all wanna just listen to me for 5 seconds.
No.
I was trying. You didn't talk.
Y'all are yelling in the
Yep.
streets. at
Can't
this
hear
point.
anymore.
Okay. They walk past how far you can reach them audibly, Grant.
I'm gone.
I know you guys
are.
are walking to the mud pits.
No, I'm in almost full sprint at this point. I'm gone. Calling me Fluffy, I'm on my way. Like,
I am following.
Okay, you guys are running to the mud pit. Grant.
I don't know why that would make you run the other direction faster.
because I was already mad at Jimmy for giving you the syringe. Then you called me Fluffy and just made me mad, so now it's happening.
Regardless,
Wouldn't that just make you mad at me, though?
that's meta at this point. Grant, these guys took off to go to Jimmy's. What are you doing?
Rubbing my head,
Yep.
I grab the syringe.
Sorry. I'm an idiot. You grab the syringe, empty.
And I smack it on something hard to bend the needle.
Okay, yeah, you pretty easily bend the needle on it.
And then I run real quick to grab the sword and throw it even further into where nobody can find it.
Okay, you're gonna double check and make sure the sword is even more hidden now. Good. Okay. Yeah, it's really
And
deep.
then-
Somebody would have to come in here and be like particularly looking for it to find it, probably.
And then I am going to sprint as fast as I can through some shortcuts.
Roll a history check.
15.
You definitely know some shortcuts to get to Jimmy's, and you've been going there for a long time. However, you will not beat them there anyway, because you did take time to do other things, and you motivated Idjit to apparently half full sprint the whole way there. So I'm going to roll a d4.
How fast is Idjit?
Idjit's fast as fuck. He's a barbarian.
Oh, right. They're as fast as monks.
They're fast as fuck, yeah. You're only going to be 2 rounds behind them, though. So, like, a minute. You're like a minute behind these guys. Holy shit. We just
Holy
got
shit.
5 subs from Nightmare.
Woo-hoo.
Oh my god. What does that, how does that mean? What does it do for, let me see.
Isn't that like
It's
5?
100 bits to give an inspiration, 1,000 bits to curse or a player. I'd say for 5 gifted, you can curse or bless a player for sure. We'll leave that up to you, Nightmare.
You're gonna fucking curse me
Holy
again.
shit. Okay, so you guys get to the bar. Sally, you're almost a little out of breath. Idjit is not. Idjit, do you go right inside?
Oh, through the door.
You're whatting through the... You're just going?
Let's go. Right through the door.
All right, busting into the establishment with Sally on your heels, out of breath. The music stops and everybody sort of just turns around to regard you as you're standing there sort of or she's standing there out of breath, and you just look very, almost intimidating, very passionate. Do you say something?
Jimmy, let's talk.
You see Jimmy looks up from behind the bar and he goes, "Hey, it's the little guy, the strong guy.
Idjit gets another blessing. Idjit gets a blessing.
Bless Idjit. I want more
More
fluffy rage.
fluffy
You
rage.
lucky fucker. You guys, the chat is being so nice to you guys tonight. Oh my god. All right, before we do this, you actually, okay, he gets a blessing. Roll me that D100.
83.
83. Let me scroll. Is this a permanent bonus? Okay. You gain advantage on perception checks and always know the armor class, weaknesses, and resistances of a creature that you've been in combat with for over 30 seconds.
So 5 rounds. After 5 rounds, I know everything.
Pretty much. You know Taskmaster?
Yeah.
You pretty much just got the Taskmaster blessing.
Got you.
Wow.
Holy shit. Yeah. I don't know. That is so crazy. Like, the clouds part and one ray of sunshine breaks through the window into this dirty bar and lands on Idjit's back. Holy shit. Yeah. I'm just going to call that blessing the Battle Master or the Taskmaster. It doesn't matter. That is your new blessing. Holy shit. What's up, DJ? So, wow. Okay. I didn't even know blessings could be that good. I haven't went through the whole list. I know the curses can be just as evil and bad, but that is an amazing fucking blessing. Jimmy looks a little concerned, and he approaches you, and he goes, hey, where's Grant at? Did Grant talk to you? Because I asked Grant to holler at you real quick. I expected y'all to come as, like, a group, perhaps.
He might be coming. I don't know.
Why
But
don't we
I
talk
have
more
a quick-
privately?
I got a quick question for you, and I can either talk about it here, or we can go, I don't know, your office.
Yeah, I guess we could talk in my office. And he
Lead the way.
looks a little nervous, and he sort of gives you guys both an up and down. And he goes, all right, back here behind the bar. And he takes you behind the bar, and there's a door, and that door leads to his little office. He's got a bunch of papers in there, what looks to be a big safe. There's a battle axe on the wall. and he sits down behind his desk at a chair, and he goes, "All right, idiot Sally. Yeah? Have a seat. What can I do you for?"
What was in the syringe?
Syringe. I don't even know what a syringe is, buddy.
What was
I
a drug
take-
cocktail?
I take my hand and I slam it down on his desk like full force.
Roll for intimidation.
$16.
A 16. Fuck me. Fucking bullshit.
And he also watched me beat his fucking golem and that big dude.
I rolled an 18.
Oof.
So you smack your hand down on his desk, and it
Yeah.
is just surprisingly well built, real thick wood, and it just makes way less noise than you thought it was going to. And Jimmy goes, all right, I see you're mad. I get that you're angry. I gave Grant some performance enhancing drugs to give you a bit of oomph.
I don't need no oomph.
Sally, roll insight. Everybody needs a little oomph sometimes. You don't know
21.
what's going to be in there. Sally, he's lying.
What was in the drugs?
I told you. Performance
No,
enhancing drugs.
Specifically, what was in there?
So
See,
basically, you take. So there's this guy I know, all right? I know a guy. And when I got a fighter that's going in and he needs a little oomph to help him win the fight, I go to my guy and I get it from him. I don't know what's in it. I just know what it does.
she stands up. She puts her two hands. And she leans forward and she goes, "You're either gonna tell us what was in there or what you were planning to do afterwards, because I know you're full of shit." Remember,
Roll.
he broke your doll.
I will let you
You're
roll for intimidation.
That's what I was aiming for here. 18 plus 7.
Between you and Idjit, he starts to get really uncomfortable, and he goes, "Okay, look, here's the truth." And then Grant, you get there, you see that Jimmy is not behind the bar, and you walk into the office, seeing Sally and Idjit pretty much on top of his desk, and he is like cowering in his seat. And he goes, "Oh, Grant, hey, Grant, tell your close friends that I was
Look at
trying
me.
to hook them
Talk
up
to me.
with the good drugs to help him win the fight. I told your friend Sally, I told your friend Idjit, I'm here helping you guys out. I'm doing y'all favors."
Close the door.
I'm just
He
gonna
might be
hold up the
scary in
broken syringe, like the bent syringe, like, Jimmy, these things suck.
He might be scary in the ring. I'm scary outside the ring. So now tell me what was in there.
All right. It makes your vision go real hazy. It makes you feel slow. Look, this little fucking guy shouldn't have been in a fight in my bar. He didn't go through the ranks, and he broke my fucking toy. I was just trying to make some money back. It's nothing personal. Nothing. You weren't gonna get hurt that bad.
So then why don't you bet for him instead of against him?
Well, it was a sure fight. If Grant was able to do his part of the job, he just shakes his head. I don't know if he's gonna win the fight.
Who's the fight against?
So
Jimmy,
you were
who's the
making
fight?
sure he wouldn't.
There's another fighter. He knows about Idjit. He knows about, like, the things that you guys do. He says he's already fought Idjit before, and he lost. I normally wouldn't give this guy a fight, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm scared of him.
Who is it?
I don't know his name. He's a tall elven man with blue eyes,
Fuck that. I want him now.
Yeah,
and he only shows up at night.
yeah.
I want
We're
him
good.
now.
Yeah, and you were gonna bet against us?
Well, we did let him fight before, and his only rule was if he wins, he takes the body.
Yeah.
This is real hush hush.
dude-
This
that
isn't
dude-
our normal
Well,
kind of
mm.
fight.
If
Normally,
Edget
lose
wins,
that
we take the
fight.
body.
if
I
you
do not
guys
lose that
didn't know
fight.
Grant, you wouldn't even be a part of this. But he said that there was a small creature from the burrows
Idget
that
wins,
insulted him and
we
fought
get the
him at some
body.
point.
If Idget wins, we get the body.
Hey,
I'm just gonna.
Same deal.
I'm fine with that. If I don't
Beautiful.
have him showing up bothering me anymore, I've been losing patrons. Like, it's just a weird coincidence. He shows up, all of a sudden I got less people buying drinks, I got less people wanting to fight, I got less people showing up. It feels empty in here sometimes. Look around. And he like cracks the door open with his foot, and it's not as lively as it was the very first time you guys came through for sure, but it's also earlier in the day.
I'm just gonna shake my head at Jimmy. Look very disappointed. You know what I've been working towards and what I've been trying to do here, Jimmy. And you hide stuff like this from me.
Look, Grant, you're a good kid. I'm running a business here, man. Things cost money. I can't go out and just adventure and make money appear. I'm not a fighter. I can't go out and fight for it. This is what I do, man. I hustle. Man, there's been plenty of times when you were hungry and I gave you food. You don't have to know where the food comes from. I knew you were hungry and I fed you. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking like who tried to poison who, and it's very confusing and in the past, but I think the best thing for us to do is move forward. And you know what? From some parties, I could understand how some parties here could feel slighted, but it was nothing that I did. I gave something to Grant, and Grant agreed to do it. So you guys can be mad at me, but I'm just hustling.
You give it to Grant and Grant.
I completely ignore him now. I'm preparing for the fight. I'm preparing for that dude.
Well, like I said, he doesn't come until night. He's gonna be here
That's fine.
tonight.
Sally goes, "Do you have a shower or something around here?"
He looks at you and he goes, "Yeah," and he gives you a key. And in the side office, there's a very, very small shower. When I say shower, as in there is a water source in there that you can use to bathe with, right? They don't have, this isn't like a fancy part of town where they have like crazy plumbing, but there's definitely water in there and it looks cleaner than you.
Beautiful. Sally's gonna take a fucking shower.
Okay,
And she's
Sally.
pulling out her clean clothes from her bag, some perfume.
Sally's cleaning up and getting ready for the night. Idget, you probably got like 3 hours. But this is the end of the talk. He leads you guys back out into the bar and he goes back to bartending.
I just go sit in the corner and wait.
So,
Like I am.
Idget, I'm assuming by his description, you know who he's talking about.
Oh yeah, it's the motherfucker that got away in the very beginning. As soon as you said tall elven man, I'm like, that motherfucker.
Okay, you've got 3 hours to prepare. I'm going to say that Sally spends at least an hour of that cleaning up. Sally, what would you like to do with your remaining time?
Sally's probably gonna get food for her and a little bit for Idget, so that he can have some actual proper food. And then think about a plan for the freaking Countess. She starts
Okay,
writing
so
out-
you're going to start plotting
starts
against the
writing-
Countess.
She starts writing a script.
Grant, you got about 3 hours of, preparation time, whatever you want to use it for. It's your time.
I'm gonna start questioning Jimmy about how much that golem actually, that doll actually ran him, like how much he actually paid into it.
After much talking with Jimmy, it takes about the whole 3 hours because Jimmy's a very secretive person. He likes to be, he tends to be when he's not forced to tell the truth in his office. But eventually he tells you that he spent around 1,500 gold pieces in it because he had to find a caster that was able to imbue the body with life. And you've never even heard of a caster with the ability to do that, Grant.
And I suppose that's God now.
What do you mean?
Well, you said he had to imbue it with it. I was like, that imbuement's probably gone, right?
he looks over at
Magic
Idjit
caster.
and he goes, "That little tiny terror beat the life out of it. They told me it's irreparable. I can't fix it. You know how much gold that is? You know how long I had to scrape money together to afford that thing? So I had a house champion at this dirty bar."
So I'm gonna reach into my stuff and pull out a bag, and I'm gonna lean behind the counter and throw it underneath, and it's gonna be a bag with 100 gold.
Okay, he hears the clink as it drops, and he sort of puzzlingly looks at you and he goes, "What's that for?"
Well, you've always been like kind of that cool uncle to me, and you always did look out. And this is my way of helping out and trying to get you reset, so maybe we can be on better terms, and you can, let me know things.
Well, you touched my heart, Grant. I'm going to tell you something I didn't tell Sally and Idjit. The syringes are coming from the sewers. I don't know who sells them. I don't know who makes them. There's just a guy in a black cloak that I can meet down one of these side alleys. There's a sewer entrance, and it goes down into the deep. I heard about it from them kids, and, walking around town one time, we saw some mysterious hooded black man, or man in a black cloak, hooded, hanging out by that sewer entrance, and he sells things. And he told me that if I gave somebody this syringe, they'd lose the fight. Grant, this isn't something I've always done. I'm scared of that man that's coming here tonight. I hope you got plans on losing a friend today.
I got some plans, Jimmy, and I think you might have been part of something you definitely shouldn't have.
He looks a little embarrassed, and he goes, "Well, business is business. What's done is done." And with that, he gets back to work. Idjit, you've had about 3 hours. I know you said you were sitting and waiting. Is that what you're doing for the entire 3 hours?
I feed him. I give him food.
Okay, you're
I
sitting.
mean, I'll eat the food that she brings me, but I'm just sitting there. I'm like,
Supreme focus. Sally's making sure that you eat. She's making sure you get some liquids, and you're just focusing on the fight in front of you. As it starts to get dark outside, you see Jimmy goes and puts the close sign on the door, and once every 5 or 10 minutes, different groups will sort of walk in. Very excitingly. A lot of people are pointing at you. You get a bunch of high fives from certain people as they're coming in, because they definitely remember you from the big fight before. And eventually, Jimmy comes out as they set up the center stage for a fight, and Jimmy says, "What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We have the Tiny Terror back again," and he beckons for you to join him in the center.
go right into the ring.
Idjit, the Rentuki that doesn't give a fuck, and he's here to mess you up. He is going to be fighting our surprise guest for the day, who has not really arrived yet. And as he says this, the front door blasts open, much in the same manner that it did when Idjit originally arrived. Almost with a unnatural darkness and an evil aura, a large, slender vampire walks in. Grant, this just looks like a tall elf to you. But Sally and Idjit, you guys immediately recognize this as the undead terror that has been just beating down on the dwarven community out near the farmlands by the burrows. Sally, you weren't in human form, so the vampire does not recognize you. However, Idjit, that vampire locks eyes with you in the middle of the ring immediately, and without words, steps into the ring, takes off his shirt. He's not covered in muscles. He doesn't look very ripped. He almost looks very frail with very pale white skin. The elven vampire looks at you and smiles, quickly revealing a pair of fangs, and just as quickly closes his mouth before saying, I have arrived. Is our deal still on? And Jimmy sort of chuckles nervously and he goes, yeah, winner takes all. The other party has agreed to your terms exactly. The vampire almost quizzically glares at you, Idjit. It doesn't look like he's looking at you, almost like he's looking through you, his red eyes sort of piercing yours. And he says, agreed. Jimmy starts to slowly back out of the ring and he says, all right, this is what you guys came here for. This is what you guys are paying for. Get ready to rumble! And he steps out. Roll for initiative. Idjit and Idjit alone, unless Sally and Grant plan on doing anything during this fight. Okay, Sally, roll initiative then. Grant?
I
Yeah.
will only do something if the vampire does something vampire-y.
Okay.
The vampire's gonna do something vampire.
I'm probably going to put you at the bottom of initiative then if you don't roll.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. What'd you get, Idjit?
I got 14.
I got a 16. Yes! Danny gets to fight a little bit now, too. Excellent. Let me pull up my
He didn't get to go first last time.
stat
so.
block. I know, he got his ass beat last time. All right, but that's how it goes, man. All right, I got my stat sheet up. He immediately rushes towards you. He's going to claw at you with his two hands, with two unarmed strikes. Plus, doot to hit. Gotcha. I'm going to roll 2d20 at the same time because it's easier for me. I'm going to say the green is the first strike in case I get a nat 1 or nat 20. I just got a nat 20 on the green one, I promise you. I can't fucking believe that I said it. And does a 21 hit, Dirty?
Yeah.
You come up and get immediately swiped twice. I only have one. So that is a 6. A 63% claw attack. Let me find my critical hit chart. 63 is an eviscerating hit. This is a slashing weapon. Do you have a shield on?
No,
Okay.
because I carry that warhammer.
Right, making sure. So that is just going to be triple damage. So for the first swipe, why don't I? There it is. For the first swipe, you're going to take 8 damage. For the more vicious swipe, you're going to take 9 times 3,
27.
27 from the second swipe. You guys see.
30. 35.
Right. And you're not enraged yet, right?
No. No, because.
Right. That's going to be his turn. He's going to take just the 2 unarmed vampire form strikes. Idjit, you're next.
Would I already know everything because I've already fought with him for more than 30 seconds?
You didn't have this. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. That seems fair. So basically, it allows you to know their weaknesses and their armor class.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. His armor class is 16.
Okay.
He's just got like basic vampire weaknesses, like the cross,
Sun, the cross.
crossing
okay.
moving water, the sun. But he has a
Gotcha.
bunch of damage resistances that you know about. He's resistant to necrotic, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
And he regenerates, right?
Yes, and you already know from fighting him that he regenerates quickly.
Yes. Well, let's get started. I rage.
Okay.
He's right on top. He's right next to me, right?
Oh, he's in your face, swinging wildly at you, trying to grab you, trying to bite you. He's on top of you, for sure.
Okay. Uh, swinging with the warhammer.
Taking a Warhammer swing. Go ahead and roll a hit. Pull up my stat block.
I rolled a 16,
Meets beats.
so I have +7.
All right. So in this fight, it's to the death. You know that. You whip out your weapon. You smash him. Roll damage.
4 + 8, 12.
All right. 12 damage. I'm going to half
Second
that.
attack.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
5 and 7 is 12.
That is a miss.
Hold on, I got more.
Okay.
But I know I can do more. Oh, I used my bonus action to rage.
That's what I was waiting for. I wanted to tell you. I didn't want you to realize it, but good enough. Good enough. I'll take it.
Oh. Okay, so part of my abilities that I've taken,
Mm-hmm.
I can push if I hit with my warhammer.
Okay.
So I'm gonna push him towards the wall.
What's this? What's the save?
It just says if I hit a creature with my warhammer, you can push the creature up to 10 feet straight away.
No save?
No save.
Okay, yeah, you fucking push him into the wall. You smack him hard. You push him into the wall of the of this little fight pit. He bounces off of it. He looks up at you as you see the wound already starting to close up. He smiles.
And now I use my movement to be on top of him, pushing against him with my warhammer.
Okay, awesome. Sally.
Okay, I'm gonna do two things.
Okay.
They work together, kind of ish. First, I'm gonna pull out my my fiddle and start playing my fiddle and singing.
Okay.
Gonna give my friend some bardic inspiration,
Okay, of course.
and along with that, we're gonna heal our boy.
You're gonna
Healing
cast a
word.
spell.
Yes, I am.
Bookmark.
I can heal you a little bit. Gotta help.
Okay.
He's getting healed.
Are you going to attempt to hide this spell that you're casting through your music?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know the drill. Let me get the,
Yeah, ready for it.
Oh, shit. I've been doing this wrong. I've been making casting magic a little bit harder than it needs to be.
Oh.
I've been making it a little bit harder. There's a DC. What level is the spell?
4th level.
Roll a Arcana check.
20.
20?
I said my D20.
Hmm.
That is 19.
Okay. Spell goes off without a hitch. Now roll stealth to see if anybody notices.
Oh. Okay.
I've been doing
I
magic
like
wrong.
that.
You guys have taken damage due to me reading something wrong, and I'm not taking it back.
Oh.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Well, that's pretty
14
stealthy.
plus 6.
Nobody notices. Go ahead and roll to heal Idjit while he's fighting.
That is 4, 8, 10, 11, and 12, 13.
Okay. Idjit, while you're fighting, you feel healing coming from Sally's music, and your own wounds start to close a little bit, which the vampire definitely notices. His eyes narrow, and he starts scanning the crowd while you're fighting. Grant, your turn.
And you get bardic inspiration.
Oh, and she bardically inspired you while your headphones were off.
I'm just gonna be standing there with my arms crossed, and I'm gonna watch that wound on the vampire heal and start clenching my fist a little bit.
Okay. Back to the top of initiative order. I gotta roll first. Okay. Alpha, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and make me a charisma saving throw. As the vampire points in your direction and utters something in a language that you don't understand, Idjit.
21.
You feel like an effect, almost like he's trying to charm you to maybe start singing your music and healing him, but you shake off the obvious magic attack from the vampire, and this takes his action. So instead of swinging at you, he tried to do this, Idjit. So you see he does this as you're swinging at him, and he's moving and dodging. He's trying to cast a spell, and you're pretty sure it's at Sally. You don't know whether it failed or succeeded, but it's your turn now. Because he was distracted doing that, he didn't get to attack at you.
Okay. So I'm going to push back just a little bit so I can swing.
Okay.
And I swing.
All right. Roll to hit.
Swing, bada, bada.
16.
Meets beats. Damn it. Roll to...
Second one.
okay.
I'm going to do my second one real quick.
Go ahead.
A 24.
Definitely hits.
D8. There we go. 4, 7, and 12, 19 total.
19 damage total. Okay, so you rain 2 more blows down on him. Not only are your attacks not seeming to do as much damage as you know they should, they also seem to be healing up almost as quickly as you're doing the damage. He definitely has some lasting tear from the fight so far, but he doesn't look half as bad as you do at the moment after being healed. Bonus action, anything else you can do with your time?
Oh, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Bite.
Okay. And you're going to try to bite him. Go ahead, roll to hit. Fuck it. You can reach his thigh.
19 plus 7.
You bit him. Roll your damage.
6, so 3.
Okay, you bite him. He looks angrily down at you. He doesn't cry out in pain. He doesn't yell. He just reaches down to try and attack again, but it's not his turn. It is Sally's. Go ahead, Sally.
While I sing, I change my tune into insulting this man. And I would like to cast a cantrip.
Okay. Wait, let me see. You don't have to roll for cantrips.
Yes! Okay, anyways, you will need to roll a wisdom save because I'm gonna vicious mockery him.
He failed, but I'll go ahead and legendary resist for funsies. I want to hear your insult anyway.
I change it into my song, so my song sings it. I don't know.
That's why it didn't work. You didn't talk enough shit. Sally is
Change it to my song.
Sally is hurling insults while she's singing from the crowd. It doesn't seem to have any effect. Grant.
Did he use your bardic inspiration or no?
He did not use it.
Okay. Let
Grant,
me know when you do.
you've been in a lot of these fights. You can tell Idjit is losing. You're also getting a little suspicious of this creature because you see Idjit's hurting him, and you are, like, in real time watching some of those wounds close.
If anyone was paying close attention, you'd see Grant just start clenching his fist really, really, really tight, and a small little light appears in his fist as he opens it and disappears, and he keeps doing that.
Do I?
Like
Okay, explain again. It's not your fault. I think you explained it
So
great. My mind wandered, and I figured out how to end the episode, and I missed what you were saying.
So yeah, you'll just if anyone was paying close attention, you see Grant just doing this, just clenching his fist really tight, and every time he clenches it, it looked like a small little light was getting ready to well up, and then he releases it.
Okay. Back to the top of initiative. Idjit.
Do I see this being next to him? I mean, he's
Vampire.
doing it over
You'd
Or
have to
vampire.
be looking.
Yeah, I would say that you're
Like, looking
focusing
for
on
it.
casting spells and singing music right now. So I don't think you'd be watching what Grant's doing with his hands, to be honest. The vampire, seeing that his ability failed on Sally, is going to turn back towards you, Idjit. And he goes, your whore's not going to save you. And he swings back down on you twice. Double 17s. Those are both going to hit.
What's your plus?
9.
Oh, 17 plus 9? Yeah.
To 20. Okay, to 26 hit you, brother? You telling
Yes.
me, man.
Yes.
I meant like literally double 17s on the dice.
Okay.
Minimum damage, he hits you for... I scrolled 1 second. Blah, 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 blah. Who cares? For 5. And for 11 damage. You're going to take half of that because you're in a rage.
5 and 4? Okay.
And then you just half it. I always do round it down for stuff like that.
I know, no, but you said 5 and 4, that's 11 by half.
I never said I was good at math, bro.
That was not a requirement for this.
Yeah, he's going to swing at you twice with his hands. He hits both hits. He's starting to hurt you. How many hit points do you have left?
51.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I should have more because I never actually rolled my hit points when I leveled up.
Okay, I don't really have anything else to help me. He's going to go ahead and pass his turn. It's you, Idjit. Go ahead.
Well, I let go of the bite. I spit the blood out,
Okay.
and I swing, bata swing.
Swing, bat, swing. Roll it up.
That one misses. 19 plus 7.
That hits. Go ahead and roll us that
Mhm.
damage.
7 plus 4. Oh, where'd it go?
7 plus
Yeah,
4 is
7 plus
11.
4.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely hurt him.
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit. I don't know if I should have mentioned this, but one of his weaknesses is a stake to the heart. I thought that was obvious, but then I remembered maybe I should
I know
tell
it
you.
is.
Okay.
I know.
I was just remembering. All right. You hurt him. It pretty much completely heals away the entire injury you gave him, and the rest of his injuries are healing as well. He's starting to look pretty healthy again. Anything else you can do with your turn?
Yes. Am I technically grappled with him
No.
if I have him pinned against the wall?
No, I'm saying that you're definitely controlling his movement by putting him in a spot where he can't run around really good. But if you want to be
Okay.
like grappled up with him, you'd have to say, hey, I'm going to attempt to grapple him.
Okay. Well, no. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to interact with object.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab for one of the wooden chairs.
Okay. They have moved all of the chairs and shit out of the way to make room for this little arena.
What's next to the wall then?
Uh,
There would have to be something.
Fuck.
There would have to be something, a torch, something. For sight.
It's a plain fucking wall. Yeah, there's a torch on the wall, you fucker.
Can I grab it?
Yes,
I want to grab the torch. And now I have the torch. I can't attack, but I have the torch.
correct. He looks concerned about the fire. He definitely doesn't like that. You do see, I will say, Sally and Grant, you guys notice that the other people, like the other patrons, are watching this fight, and they're starting to look confused. You even hear one of them says, is that guy not even getting hurt? I think he's healing. So you definitely hear some like whispers around the crowd. Everybody looks a little confused, but they're very excited. They're drinking. They're watching this fight. But you can definitely hear like there's some tentative like suspicions about the fight already starting to brew up in the crowd. Sally, you're up.
You said he took his shirt off, right?
Yes.
So he has pants on.
Yes.
Can I start a fire on
I am
his
constantly defeated by my hyper-intelligent party members. As a dungeon master, it's so difficult to outthink these people when they hit me with the Sherlock Holmes shit every episode. She deduced he is not wearing a shirt, therefore he must be wearing pants. Correct, Alpha.
Just
Sally,
kidding.
continue.
Can I light a fire on his
Are you...
pants? Liar, pants on fire.
How are you going to attempt to light his pants on fire in the middle of the rain?
Prestidigitation.
You cannot prestidigitate somebody on fire.
You instantaneously light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire. His pants is material.
You cannot affect something that is worn or carried with prestidigitation. No,
That's
you
not
cannot
in
catch him
here.
on fire. I'm
That's not in here.
just telling you.
I was trying. Okay.
Trying way
But I
too
guess-
hard. No, the fuck you cannot.
I guess
Prestidigitate
we're gonna-
fire. There's a spell called Create Flame that's a cantrip.
Yeah, well, I don't have that.
Well, maybe use one of the spells you have then.
I tried. You said no.
Can I use Fireball to feed this family of 5?
Maybe.
Technically.
Okay, I
Feed 'em
guess
to
I'm
the
gonna
earth.
just keep vicious mockery.
Okay, you're gonna go to Vicious Mockery. What is your insult?
I call him a bloodthirst fucking vampire.
Call him a
He's die.
bloodthirsty fucking vampire?
Yep.
Your mother was a snowblower.
Alright, he's gonna legendary react the pain away. But when you say this, you see a lot of people in the crowd go like, vampire? And people start to like put things together. And the people start like breaking chairs. Like shit starts falling apart. People are like grabbing pieces of wood. The vampire himself, he looks in your direction and he goes, "Silence, woman!" And he is going to turn into a fine mist. Let me read and make sure that I can do this the way I want to do it. Oh no. No. When it drops to 0 hit, I can't just do it when I want to?
Yeah. I got you, motherfucker. I got you. 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 I got you.
He goes, "That's it. I'm tired of this. Mist form." Oh shit! And the fight.
She plays on her fiddle.
Grant, you're up. You see that people in the crowd are determining that this might be a vampire. Grant, go ahead and roll me a intelligence check.
Hey, what? Sorry, cut out.
Intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Ain't gonna have to.
15.
Only shows up at night. Pale white skin. Bite marks on his neck. Regeneration. This is a real life fucking vampire in this bar inside of y'all's human town fighting one of your party members for sport. And it all hits you at once. What's going on? Take your turn.
I instantly attack the vampire. And from my fist, I clench it, and a light shines bright, and I use my monk ability and a radiant sunbolt, and a bolt of white light shoots from my fist right to the vampire.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. We love this.
Is that a spell or an ability?
That's my monk ability.
Oh my god. You shoot sunlight from your hands?
Yes.
He warned you.
Alright. Let me look at vampire weaknesses really quick.
It does radiant damage.
Okay. Roll damage and add 20 to it. As it screeches in pain towards the ceiling, and all facade of this being a human disappears. Wings sprout, ripping out of his back, and his claws turn into long, sharp talons. What is your damage on that?
Or the 7, you said add 20, so 27?
You see that this ability, this light that's coming out of your hand starts burning the skin off of the back of this vampire. He takes a lot of damage here, and it does not start healing back at all. The vampire definitely wheels around, and you're in his eyesight as well, too. But he can't really
Right.
do anything about it because
You cut
Idjit's
out.
got him... Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it
You
said turn around and...
around?
He turns around, and he puts his eye on you, Grant. There's not really a lot he can do, though, because Idjit's pretty much got him pinned up against the wall, and you're not the only person who jumped into the ring. You see some of these other fighters, some of these other patrons, even Jimmy saying, "Kill the vampire!" People are jumping in to help you, and within moments, dude, they pile up on
I
this
didn't
guy.
move from my spot. I can throw this. It's 30 feet.
You just threw like a sunlight grenade at my vampire? That's not cool.
That was very
And
cool.
I can do that,
It was pretty cool.
and I have a second attack, and then I can do it 2 more times. So it says I can use it as any of my attacks for extra attack, so I can use all of them, and then as a bonus action, I can spend a key point to do it 2 more times.
Roll to hit.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my god.
Let's see, that's 20.
And that's where
I'm
we
just gonna
leave it,
roll them all
people.
in a row. 11 misses, and 13. So I hit only one of them. But I rolled an 11 on the die for the damage, and it
31.
add 20, so 31.
So, as the bar has transcended into chaos and Grant has entered the fight, the vampire, within 10-20 seconds, gets beat down. There are these violently bright flashes of light coming from Grant that are pretty much bowing down this vampire as different members from the bar stick dinner knives, sharpened sticks, broken pieces of chair. Idjit is beating the hell out of him with the sledgehammer or the warhammer. You guys beat him down to 0 hit points, and he turns into a fine mist.
Fucking bitch.
The mist slowly starts heading to the door.
Fuck that.
People start cheering. The town folks are freaked the fuck out. Jimmy is screaming in joy. Everybody is super excited, and Jimmy yells, "Follow that mist cloud! Follow that mist cloud!"
Let's
Get
go.
it.
Yes.
Get it.
Idjit, Sally, and Grant, you bust out of the front doors. You see that the mist has sank to the ground and slipped underneath the cracks of the door and is going outside. As you guys get out there, you do spot the mist. It is very, like, you can see the form of it. It's like someone blowing out a big cloud of vape smoke that sort of just, like, doesn't go away and starts moving. It's not moving very, very fast. You guys can easily keep up with it. And it starts heading to a nicer part of town. You guys follow it for about 35 minutes, and you guys end up in the theater area. The mist goes underneath one of the doors of a house, and that's where you guys are stopped at, outside of this house in the theater district. You've passed a few guards, but there don't seem to be any around right now.
Is the door locked?
Are you checking the door
Yes.
with your hand?
Yeah.
I'm breaking that bitch in.
It is locked.
Are you breaking the door, or am I gonna try to unlock it?
I'm kicking that bitch down. Fuck that vampire, dude. I'm kicking that bitch down.
Idjit, you kick the door down. When you guys enter, you see that there are bodies on top of a table by an unlit fire. The bodies looked half ripped in half, fed upon entrails across the floor. It smells hot, sticky, sweet, and like the stench of death hangs over everything. That's all that is in this room.
Do we see where the mist went?
You do not see where the mist went.
That's
I
how
start
that
searching the
torch.
place.
Okay.
Do you think the sewer man will take these bodies?
On closer inspection, Sally, these look to be the remains of dwarven children.
But they burned those bodies.
Not the ones that this motherfucker took.
Grant, you're looking around. Go ahead and make me a perception check, probably.
$13.
With a 13, you see that there are pools of blood on the floor. But one of the pools of blood that probably should be one of the biggest pools of blood is underneath the table where the bodies are. But for some reason, there's not a very large pool of blood there. It looks like it's sort of seeped through the cracks of the wood in the floor.
I'm gonna go try to check that and see where it's seeping into.
Um,
See if I can find any cracks or like a handle or something.
After you move the table around a little bit, you do find what looks to be a trap door.
I open it, or try to.
It opens, and you see it's dark, but there is a staircase that goes downward.
Do I still have the torch?
Yeah?
Let's go
Uh,
hunting.
Let's go, itch it.
You guys go down into the basement of this building, and here you see a very poor excuse for a casket. The lid is open. You see the elven body crumpled and paralyzed,
My last fuck.
laying in the casket. There are jars in this room with random human and non-human organs floating around in mysterious liquids. You see in the casket there is the body of maybe some dead 20-year-old female that lays in the casket with him. He's not moving, and his eyes are wide open.
So there's a lady in casket too.
Mm-hmm.
Do I?
Roll me a history check.
$14.
You don't know her name, but you recognize her as a school teacher that would come down to the burrows to teach non-humans basic schooling.
I look to anyone and ask for a sharp stick.
You can use my torch.
It hands you his torch. The bottom is not very sharp, but the top looks like if you put the fire out, you could sharpen it down pretty quickly because the fire's eaten up a lot of the head of the torch. You could make a stake out of this torch, basically.
Okay, so I do have small little short sword that I carry around just in case.
Mm-hmm.
So I take that out and quickly carve a stake and go attempt to stab it into the vampire.
Where?
Right into his heart.
Oh, okay. You plunge the stake deep into the vampire's heart. The body sort of wriggles and jumps and pulls against it. Its skeletal arms, as they are already losing substance, grab onto your wrists. You see almost happiness in his face as he dies, almost as if he's thanking you from taking this curse away from him in his last moment. You almost see the elf that was behind, who this man was before he was turned. And with that, the body turns to ash. You hear a loud noise come from upstairs, and all you hear is, hello? We heard a really loud noise over here, and we saw the door was forced. What is that on the table?
Time to go.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Well, did you go in time to go?
Gameplay.
Okay.
I hope you guys had fun. I had a blast.
Always.
You guys killed your first vampire. Congratulations. Grant, I didn't know you had fucking sunlight grenades. That's insane. Fucking
I did tell you about it. I think you just forgot.
dude, I manage so much nonsense. Oh god. Yeah, it's nasty. We're about
I had a
to
quick question.
go ahead.
So that my blessing that I got today,
It's
that's
permanent.
right?
Yeah.
So sweet.
I thought it would be a 24-hour thing, but it's not. It is a pull it back up. No, that's forever. That it's basically treat it like a feat. You got a free feat.
Gotcha.
Well, it wasn't free. The chat paid for it, but still,
Bro,
huge.
I'll take it.
So anyway, I'm gonna let everybody say their goodbyes, starting with Sally. So we must have
Sally,
pants
played
on.
by Alpha. Yes. Alpha, catch me here very regularly. Otherwise, catch me over at my Twitch. I put my name in the chat for you.
Whoop, whoop. And if you're in the Discord, you can always see Alpha, Aussie Green, and get any of their socials from there as well. Join the Discord, say hi to people, we hang out. Go ahead, Green.
I had a blast. I don't have any socials that need following. I'm boring as hell besides playing D&D. I love being a son.
Aussie.
It's Ozzy Lives at Twitch, and yeah, that's about it. I think that's all I'm doing right now is just Twitch. Love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for letting us do this shit, because this has been a blast.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you super much for the support as well. I'm sure they're very happy to have gotten blessed instead of cursed this time. We'll be back next Wednesday, same time. I know we ran a little extra today, but I don't hear anybody complaining. So I am going to go ahead and put this back on the starting soon screen so that we can get this whole video set up for YouTube. And then I will be back in maybe like 20, 25 minutes to probably play some Siege. If anybody's still here, you'll be there.
Already loaded in.
He's already loaded in. We'll be on in a minute, playing some Siege. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Peace.